Hello, and welcome to Botanic Adventures Episode 3. So, last time we started work on the smeltery behind me. It has grown. Our tools have also significantly leveled up. Yeah. And there's the back of my head. There we go. And, well, I can go over it, but I think I did quickly at the last episode. It's just the tiers. You really should be looking at your books. I can provide a link to some other how-tos. But the more interesting change is I did some semi-automation of the smeltery here, which autofills the lava from the drum you see up there. And if we put items in a chest, it'll auto-populate the smeltery itself in here. Might do a small tutorial on that. It's not too complicated, but it does require understanding extra utility pipes just a little bit. I think for the moment we are putting a break on Tinkers because I want to move on to one of the big parts of this pack, which is Botania. The reason it's called Botanic Adventures. The other big part is all the adventure mods. But as our death counts state, we've been having plenty of fun without utilizing them too much yet.
I'm almost twice you.
I'm not sure how you managed that. I was in the lead earlier.
I had a bad day. Today alone, I think I've died 15 times.
I know between the last episode and this, we did have that adventure in the pyramid, which resulted in all the members of the server getting a nice death count. So, Botania. We've been seeing the flowers. I think we've got the first achievement, the skies of the beginning. But the first thing we want is a flower pouch. I think that's what it's called. Yep, flower pouch. And fairly simple. A petal and some wool. Petals are easy. They're just any of the Botania flowers. If I can find one, mystical gray will do. And you put it in a crafting grid, and you get the petals back out. What else? What else? And it said wool. So we just need to see if we have any wool left.
There's some in the big chest.
I see 4, with bad sign.
How much do you need?
Well, 5.
Oh.
Right, 5 more here.
One.
Good.
Here, there. You got it.
Okay. And if you have as well, that would help. Oh, I have the from the other chest. Okay. So you can take that one.
Okay.
And what this does, and the reason we want it, is if I take a Botania flower now, say Botania flower, not Biome So Plenty, and I come here, you'll notice it should have, wait. It should automatically go into the pouch. But it's supposed to hold it for you.
Worked when I manually put one in the pouch, but not automatically.
Yeah, it's supposed to be automatic. Maybe it's when we break them. Let's go outside and take a lookie. Or maybe something broke it. I hope not. Method 2, fill inventory. Well, that function seems to be a fail. I'm gonna have to go look into it.
It worked when I mined one.
Did you mine it with something?
Sword?
Or maybe it only takes flowers it already has?
No. Biomes of plenty flowers, that would do that.
Well, biomes have plenty flowers or something else.
No, for me the adventure ones are working right. When I mine them. When I pick them up. Not through a chest.
It almost feels like if it hits the ground, because now it's working here. I got a bunch of mystical lime green. Okay, so I need another demo. Not the Oxy Daisy. So as you see, we can break the flowers, and then it stops working. I see something on my mini-map I do not like. Green. I heard one.
Oh yeah, it blew up on me.
No, not the one I was looking at. Uh-oh.
I haven't been able to kill an Enderman yet. They're much more powerful in this version.
They have more XP, HP, because it's hard. And there was a bug where if they were damaged in the chest in 1.8, they wouldn't teleport away. But that means... with the bug fixed, yeah.
Alright, so now we have flowers.
So now we have a flower pouch. We have a couple of flowers. I'm sure we don't have what we need yet. But what we now need is the pure daisy, which is of course going to require the petal apothecary. And with the petal apothecary, we're going to need 4 mystical white petals to create the pure daisy. So I guess first is some crafting. Ah, there we go.
6 mystical white flowers.
Ooh, then maybe we're almost good.
So how many do we need? How many
Well,
petals?
we need a bunch of cobblestone and any petal to make the petal apothecary. And while we are hanging around this starting base, there's only need for 1. I needed a couple of slabs. And a petal on top was the recipe.
I got one.
And as I said, any petal will do, so.
Okay.
Did you have one?
No, it's
Oh.
ready to go.
The outside doesn't update. I need a bucket, which I'm not sure why. Oh, I found this bucket exploring the other day.
What do you use that for?
I don't know. I didn't keep it because I had a use for it. And I'm going to put it down here for now. And hope I don't run into the cactus. And that was fail.
Did you run into the cactus?
No. The water went elsewhere. I was trying to fill this. And you have those white flowers, you said?
What do I do with those?
You need to right-click 4 of them onto the petal apothecary. No. Oh, sorry. My mistake. They have to be the petals.
Okay.
So you only need 2 flowers and 2 petals. You're not clicking onto the apothecary. You're clicking onto the ground.
Wait, targeting the apothecary. It's clicking onto the ground. Here, take them and check.
Well, it used to be you dropped it, but it was supposed to... Okay, they didn't change that. I thought it was changed. So I thought you right-clicked onto it, but apparently that has changed.
Yeah, that was right.
2, 3, 4. They did change that at least. A nice HUD display.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be you only saw them floating around in there. Shift right click with an empty hand to pull them back. Whoops. And as you can see, we need a seed. Those are good old normal seeds. I'm surprised I didn't have 10 in my inventory. But apparently I have no inventory.
Right, so now I'm holding a pure daisy.
Very good, I think. And I just harvested 4 wheat and got 4 seeds. No, 5 wheat and got 4. Yeah.
I was just hitting the grass next to me until I got a seed.
Okay, so you have a pure white daisy. And I'm in the water.
In the water.
No, don't. You can put it down there on the ground. And now we have a pure white daisy on the ground.
Okay.
Inventory. So there's 2 things you can do with a pure white daisy. One's going to take a little prep work because I didn't think about it. No, we should have some. Stone. Oh, we have plenty of stone. Especially with chisel, we can unchisel the bricks.
Okay.
Back to smooth stone. And if I find where you put the flower, if we put stone down, not there, you see all the sparkles.
Yep.
That's it slowly converting into living rock. And the other thing it makes, well, the other primary thing it makes, there's a few things it can make, is living wood, which is logs. And of course we can make multiple flowers to get things going faster. And this is very early game stuff. So you should probably, if you're starting the pack and have some idea of how to do Tinker's Construct off the bat, start it first. And there we go. So this you can just mine up. And we can put down the planks. Not planks, logs. Planks, not so useful. And if we wait a moment, we should have some living wood. And there we go. It is living wood. And this, of course, I'm going to use my axe. Okay, so we're going to start up another couple of rounds of both of these, and we shall be back shortly. And as you can see, we have some living wood and living rock. We're going to turn the living wood into living wood twigs. There we go. And then this we're going to use to make the Wand of the Forest, which takes 2 mystical petals of any color. So we will find some any color. Let's see, we have lime green, we have red, and I have a blue, I have a cyan. And basically whatever color you pick, will be the color of that part of the wand. So right here you can see the red on the top and the cyan on the right. And the green is indicating what mode it's in, and by default it's in bind mode. We'll cover that later. So now we have a wand of the forest. And we're ready to see what we can do next. Okay, before we go any further in Botania, there is something small I forgot. There is a book to Botania, which tells us how to do everything. And I haven't crafted it yet. Now, it's a very simple recipe. It's a book, something we found in a treasure there, and a sapling. And then we get the Lexica Botania. And hopefully my brother can get one too. Okay, now with the Lexica Botania in hand, we can right-click a realistic logistical idealist. Okay, and we can start reading it. Well, it's a long read, so maybe we'll hold off for the on video, since I want this video to end today. So as you can see here, we do have the Petal Apothecary, which will tell us what's going on. So this block, when placed in the world, is given some water by the use of a water bucket of all remarkable things, will accept any mystical petals thrown at it, releasing their energies. Once one has set the correct petals in, throwing some seeds will finalize the process. Second part doesn't make sense to me, what's trying to be explained. But basically, it's making all the flowers you are seeing. Like the pure daisy, which is the first flower, because we need the pure daisy for some of the basic materials. The big one being the wand of the forest we have already made, which is the multi-tool wrench if you're used to some other mods for the whole mod. And the other one we need is not on that screen. Mana manipulation, there it is the mana pool, which stores mana, which we can create from various flowers. It used to be you had to make a diluted pool and then upgrade to the normal one, but they decided that was just needless crafting steps, so we're just going immediately to a full living rock mana pool. Nothing in between, and as you saw there, it's a very simple recipe. By the way, if you have this pack, this is a very useful item. The dual work table, the portable dual work table. The dual work table is useful too, it's just not in your hand. So now we have a mana pool. Simple enough. Not sure where to put this yet, but that's okay. That'll do. So we have a mana pool. That's great and dandy. It's just a boat of living rock, if you didn't watch. And now we have to make mana for it. Now, there is a nice new way of getting mana. Around the world, you might see Daybloom Primus and Nightshade Primus flowers randomly somewhere. They sparkle more than most Botania flowers, so that's what you're looking out for. Good to look for it at night if you're not being hunted down by a few fallen knights. Which is to say, try another pack for that. Because we can't seem to go far at night without a fallen knight chasing us. But if you find those, you can actually just point one of the next items, a mana spreader, at this, and collect your mana that way. Unfortunately, we have not, to my knowledge, found those flowers.
Which ones?
The Daybloom Primus and the Nightshade Primus. And they have to be still in world, so if someone harvests them, they're useless.
Okay.
So this isn't go look through our chests. This is you really need to find a field with them and use it. Assuming you did not find it, though, you're going to have to go into this next section I just clicked, Generating Flora, and go to the Daybloom. And this is your first flower. And if we click through some, it's a passive flower, which means after a couple of Minecraft days, 3 Minecraft days, I forget, and this has changed multiple times lately, it will decay into a stick. Or maybe something not even as useful. It's the first time I'm playing this mod with the decay required. So we shall see how that goes. There is no disabling it. The mod author got tired of people disabling it, even on packs showcasing the mod. So we're going to go find these petals, go to the petal apothecary, and we're going to make a couple of Dayblooms. So after a little bit of hunting, we have managed to find our missing flowers. Yellow was not in our inventory, so we had to go far and wide to find out that there was some right next to the base. But what did we expect? Also found a mini mine with some melon seeds, so we'll actually have some melons. Okay, so I'm dealing with inventory spam.
So how many yellow leaves, petals do we need?
Good question. So it's 2 mystical yellow petals, 1 mystical orange petal, and 1 light blue petal.
Just like blue.
And don't plant it yet.
And some seeds.
Yes, because everything needs a seed. And I'm going to do the same, so I get the same achievement, hopefully, as soon as I convert some petals. And find my bucket. Okay, so 1, 2 yellow, 1 light blue, 1 orange, and let's see if these seeds work. Perfect, because I'm getting too many of them. The tea seeds.
Mm-hmm.
We have not made tea yet, have we?
No.
So we have at least 2 of them. Let's make a couple more. The more the merrier. So we're just going to make what we can with what we've already converted to petals. I don't think we're going to convert more flowers. And then we'll show you how to actually use them. Okay, so we have 4 flowers between us made up, 4 of these. It's nighttime, which isn't too good, but that'll probably be fixed by the time we get there. By the way, the other passive flowers, so the Daybloom and the Nightshade are the 2 passive flowers. Nightshade makes mana at night. When the sun is not shining. Daybloom requires the sun like a solar panel, but they only, make sun for a few, make mana, not make sun, for a few days, then they stop. So now we have to go back to, I think it's mana manipulation, and it's the mana spreader. And there's a little book there of what it is. But its recipe right here is simply 6 living wood, a gold ingot, and any petal. And what this does is it'll take mana from surrounding flowers or an adjacent mana pool, and it will send it in the direction it's pointed or targeted at. So, of course, I have no gold on me. And we put all the gold in here. That works. And we're really just going to need one, so I need my living wood, which we've all converted. Do you have still living wood left?
I seem to.
Alright, so we're going to need some living wood, because we're all prepared and that such. And then we'll be able to make one of these mana spreaders. Be right back. Okay, now that we have the missing living wood, there we go, we should be able to craft this. And it is daytime, which fixes the other problem. So it was a gold ingot and a petal. There we go. A mana spreader. Cool. And let me just put this up on a block, so I have a block to put it on. And then we take our wand of the forest. And if we are in bind mode, so if you shift right click up into the sky, you can change from function mode to bind mode. Bind mode is what we want. So we click on the mana spreader and we click on the pool. Shift click on the mana spreader, shift click on the pool. There we go. You play around a little bit, and eventually, when you get it right, it was shift click, you can see now it is targeting the pool. This will tell you in the tooltip that it is mana spreader, mana pool. So that is all good for now. Now we take these flowers, and it doesn't have to be too precise, but somewhere near and around it they need to be. Down there is fine, up here is fine, and again we can use this to make sure it is bind. But since there's only one spreader around, they should automatically sort that out. It looks like they have. I don't know the exact maximum radius. I do know it's like 5 blocks or 10 blocks. You know, it's less than 10, but... And eventually, we should see some mana in there. There we go. And as you can see on the bar there, we have gotten some mana. There is no way of telling an exact number. All we get is the approximate. And you can see that it's that very, very, very little slither. I hope you can see it. The 1 pixel may have been blended away in the video. But that is now producing mana till these die. And since these will die, we should look into some more long-lasting mana production. The cheapest, if we go to generating flora again, is the Endoflame. Which basically takes any combustible, anything that goes into a furnace, and burns them into mana. It's not the most efficient thing, but it does work decently. And this has the interesting thing of needing mana powder. So it says shift-click to see recipe. We will do that. And that is simply redstone with a little bit of mana infusion. I happen to have, and this was completely by chance, redstone on me. So we can come here, and we can see we already have enough for 1, but that was it. So now, if I give my brother 1, basically you saw there was a checkbox earlier. Now you don't see the checkbox, you see an X. So it's telling you the recipe it will be, and whether or not there's enough mana in there. So that's the thing to remember about Dayblooms, is they are slow. So when it was nerfed that they would not, that they would die, it was partly to force people to continue on the mod and not just make, this whole plains area we're in a huge Daybloom farm. And thus have enough mana, because, enough of them you'll get infinite. But that apparently gets people complaining about lag, because there's a whole Daybloom farm. And as Tango here will tell us, huge devices do cause lag. Hi, Tango. Can you please stop hitting me?
Me?
No, Tango.
Alright, so what are we doing with our mana powder now?
We are making those Endoflames as soon as I'm not starving. I think one starving death on the server is good enough, okay?
I starved earlier.
I still am wondering how.
I was in the nether, nowhere near anything. Alright, so it needs brown, 2 brown, a red, a light
Brown,
gray.
a red, and a light gray, and those things. Okay. So now we get to check our bag here and see if my brother has it, because I don't think I saw... No, I saw one brown, a red, and what was the other one?
I don't have it. I didn't do it in the book. But I've got a
And a
little
light
bit of everything.
gray.
Got 2 brown and 1 light gray, so I've got enough for 1.
And I'm short a light gray.
Oh,
but...
sorry. I have 2. I actually have enough for 2. I have a light gray plant and 2 brown plants.
Okay, so now we know what it is. My brother will put the light gray into the Pedalicoth of Harry as soon as I do that. There we go. I have...
Brown 2?
No. A
Do you need a
brown.
brown now?
Yeah. Because I lost one.
I noticed I had 3 down.
Okay. So now we have 2 Endoflames between us. And they can go down somewhere around here too. There's nothing big deal here. And I want something else to get us going. We'll start with those. And basically all you need to do is either yourself or have something, drop something like charcoal next to them. And that was interesting. It looks like they both turned on. And I only dropped 1. And I can't confirm because I can't see. Okay. No. No. Please don't do that. Okay, well, they're both flaming. It ate the coal, which is all you really care about. Because if they're not ready, and I drop one, well, that one just finished. But if I drop one when they're not ready, it's just going to stay there. Now, what a lot of people do is like drop it onto a wooden pressure plate, because a wooden pressure plate can detect items. And basically, when the item is taken off the plate, it drops another one. Because that, before that this spawns, it'll get eaten. But you'll find that this is creating mana much faster, although not so fast that, given the huge size of this, we can actually tell. But we could presumably make a few of them now. And I'm done because I'm out of redstone on me. And I just made 11. Which is much faster than the Dayblooms was giving us. So, that is, starting to create these mana for dummies, basically. And there's many things we can do with it. I think one of the bigger things I want to do soon is to start making some Terra steel. I actually have a little bit, which will get us started. Because one of the other sets of useful tools outside of Tinkers is this mods. And the starting level is the Mana Steel pickaxe, which won't break, but will only work in the overworld stuff. It won't work on Cobalts or Ardite. Everything else in the others either break, but Cobalts and Ardite, are the two hardest metals in the game. And Mana Steel's easy. It's just you throw a piece of iron in the pool, and you get some Mana Steel back. Why am I looking in there? Because we moved it more recently. So you can see, I could make one. All of one.
Well, clearly because the Dayblooms stopped producing.
Well, they did, but those will still run. And effectively, those have more or less normal recipes. So if we look at the thing, Mana Steel pickaxe, you can see it's 2 living wood twigs and 3 Mana Steel ingots. And the good thing is it uses mana, which you can have in a mana tablet. We should make one of those to give it some extra functionality, and doesn't take durability. So it doesn't break. So let's talk about mana tablets. These things. There we go. Living rock around either a mana pearl or a mana diamond, and they hold mana for you. If they're in your inventory, I don't think it does anything. It's another thing we want, but we'll get there. But it's related to that. Basically, the mana in here, it can store half a mana pool of mana. That's what they do. So I think what we're going to do, because we need to have more continuous production, obviously, is come up with a quick way of automating this temporarily. And then we can start making some future advances. Okay, there's 2 general ways we can automate the Endoflame. And this is just going to be a quick, cheap automation here. I'm just going to have a dropper right here and a hovering hourglass next to it. And the hovering hourglass will time the dropper so it very periodically sends a coal down. So what I'm going to do is just put a bunch of coal into the dropper, and periodically one will click out. There's not going to be on any auto refill or any auto tree farm or something like that quite yet, but those are obviously your upgrades to that. The other common way of doing it is to have a pressure plate here and just invert the signal to the dropper. Maybe we'll do that. It's not that hard. It's just a torch, which is actually cheaper, because the hovering hourglass does require a bunch of little mana materials. So as soon as I get myself out of this door, we will work on that. Anyway, if I can find where our planks are. There we go. We can make that pressure plate. We can do something about stuff in inventory. So what generally you end up with is something like a pressure plate. Oh, I don't want to put stuff on dirt. That's asking for an Enderman to visit. There. And that will make the redstone signal when something drops onto it. So now we can make a dropper. Fairly simple thing. Last mod pack I had, they were given to me, but that's okay. We can make droppers. Maybe. If I remember how. I do so much vanilla work, you'd think I remember how, but you know. Completely optional. Okay. And one of these. And there we go. A standard, vanilla, nothing fancy dropper. And a door that won't open. I like those. They're my favorite. Okay, now I'm down in a hole. It's very important. Yes, I'm joking. Well, it is sort of, because I need to put the dropper facing the right way. But... now I need, because I'm all prepared and such, a redstone torch. Okay, small torch tower. Well, sort of kind of working. Okay, and with a reminder about how redstone torches work. I have a small working contraption here, simple redstone tower up. And basically, what's going to happen is if something comes off the pressure plate, it'll spit it out, an item. Now this isn't perfect yet, because the items sometimes don't go where you expect them to. But it's just the pressure plate, wooden pressure plate, up here on some living wood rock, and then some torches up to this block, which is powering the dropper. What I think I'm going to do is get some clear glass and try to wrap around it a little bit, which will, I think, look reasonable and prevent the thing going random directions we don't want. If I take some or all of these, and you can just throw the whole mini stack in as you saw there, we can get mana glass. And this stuff's interesting. It is nearly invisible, though just slightly blue, and gives off light. And doesn't need silk touch to break it. So it's a nice material. Now, as soon as something eats it, it'll spit out another one. And now, so long as coal is in this dropper, we'll be producing mana from it. Perfect. So that's some slight automation of some Endoflames. Very basic. But one of the reasons I wanted this in the pack is, you know, redstone is fun, even if I fail to do it on camera. And the automation's intended to be done with redstone. So, one thing before I call it an episode, I found one of these bottles in one of my caving expeditions. It's a bottle, mana in a bottle. And to read the description, it has an acquired taste. Well, we're going to taste it. Just a little outside our base. I don't want any adverse results to overflow here. Since I took care of this visitor. There we go. And we shall see how it goes. Maybe I have the right taste today. Okay, so let's take a look here. Bottoms up. Maybe not to my tastes. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider giving a thumbs up or leave a comment below. If you want to play the pack yourself, link is in the description. Um, and you can actually even sign up to join this server, although that may not happen till after the Christmas holiday. Hope to hear from you soon, and hope you enjoyed the episode. Bye.